There is within you a silent power, a living intelligence, the same spirit that formed the stars and set the tides in motion. This infinite intelligence is the source of all wealth. It knows no lack, no limitation, no poverty. It is boundless, ever-flowing, radiant life, and it dwells within you. Close your eyes for a moment and feel it moving through you. The breath of the infinite whispering, "All that I have is yours." For too long you have believed yourself separate from abundance. You have looked out into the world and said, "Others are blessed, but not I." Yet the truth is simple. You are the heir to the kingdom of riches, and the key lies not in your hands but in your mind. You see, wealth is not a pile of coins or a stack of bills. It is a vibration, a state of consciousness, a recognition that the universe is lavish beyond measure. Look at the soil bringing forth harvests unending. Look at the sea, giving its pearls and its currents. Look at the stars glittering without exhaustion. Would the infinite create such opulence and then decree that you must live in want? Impossible. Poverty is a man-made shadow, a lie told by fear. When I say to you, it is your divine right to be rich, I am not speaking of greed nor of vanity. I am speaking of harmony with the law of life. Life forever seeks to express itself in greater abundance. The tree desires to grow, the river desires to flow, and man, made in the image of the Creator, desires to expand in love, wisdom, and wealth. To suppress that desire is to resist God Himself. Perhaps you were taught that money is evil, that the spiritual person must be poor. But listen well, it is not money that is evil. It is the misuse of it, the worship of it. Gold itself is pure. It is condensed sunlight given to serve you. The truly spiritual person uses wealth as a channel for good, to lift the sorrowing, to educate the ignorant, to beautify the world. The rich soul blesses all he touches, for he knows his supply is infinite. Now, your subconscious mind is the storehouse of this power. It receives every thought, every image, every feeling you impress upon it, and like fertile soil, it brings forth according to the seed you sow. Sow seeds of lack, and lack will sprout. Sow seeds of abundance, and abundance will blossom in forms you could never imagine. Your subconscious never argues, it simply obeys. I once counseled a man who said to me, "Dr. Murphy, I work harder than anyone, yet I can scarcely pay my bills." I asked him, "What are your constant thoughts about money?" He replied, "I'm always worrying that there's never enough." And I said, "That, my friend, is exactly what your subconscious hears. It gives you what you truly believe, not what you wish, but what you feel." When he began to change his inner conversation, affirming quietly each morning, "Infinite supply meets all my needs now," doors opened, opportunities appeared, and his income tripled within months. The law is simple. Whatever you unite with emotionally, you create. Feeling is the secret. Faith is the bridge between the invisible and the visible. If you can feel the joy of having your desire now, your subconscious will clothe that feeling in form. Each morning when you rise, and each night before you sleep, affirm slowly, with deep feeling, "The infinite intelligence within me is the source of all wealth. I am one with this power, and it flows to me freely, joyously, and endlessly." Say it until it sings within you. Do not parrot words, feel them. Let the emotion of abundance rise in your chest. Picture yourself surrounded by plenty, not straining for it, but letting it pour through you like sunlight through a window. You may ask, "How shall I visualize?" Close your eyes and imagine the end accomplished. See yourself giving generously, living peacefully, rejoicing in success. Feel the satisfaction of it. The subconscious knows no difference between the real and the imagined. It accepts both as fact. And the universe, by law, must then mirror that inner picture in your world. Let me tell you a story. A woman came to me weary and discouraged. She said, "Dr. Murphy, I have prayed for prosperity, but nothing happens." I asked, "When you pray, do you feel rich?" She said, "No, I feel desperate." And I replied, "You cannot receive while feeling empty. You must feel the reality of what you seek." She began each night to relax deeply, to imagine herself signing checks with ease, seeing her bills stamped, paid in full, and whispering, "Thank you, Father, for your inexhaustible abundance." Within a month, she was offered a position at twice her former salary. The law had answered her faith. Now, do not concern yourself with how your good will come. The how belongs to infinite mind. Your task is to know the end and trust the process. When the farmer plants seed, he does not dig it up each day to see if it is growing. He trusts the soil. So too must you trust the soil of your subconscious mind. Say to yourself, "It is done," and then walk as though it were already accomplished. Act in harmony with your vision. Dress as though you expect success. Speak words of confidence. Move with quiet assurance. This is not pretense, it is alignment. As within, so without. A young artist once said to me, "Dr. Murphy, I paint beautifully, but no one buys my work." I said, "Begin each day by imagining patrons admiring your paintings, your signature becoming sought after, your phone ringing with commissions." She did this faithfully and began to act as though her success were certain. In a few months, an exhibition brought her wide acclaim, and her life was transformed. She had changed her consciousness, and the outer world had no choice but to follow. And here, beloved, is a great truth: wealth circulates. If you clutch it in fear, it stagnates. If you release it in faith, it multiplies. Give freely of your good, and it returns 100-fold. When you receive, give thanks. When you give, rejoice. Gratitude is the golden magnet of prosperity. One businessman I knew began to tithe, not from compulsion, but from joy. He said, "I am sending forth this money to bless others, and it shall return multiplied." In 1 year, his profits increased beyond all expectation. Why? Because he had entered the rhythm of universal giving and receiving. You cannot outgive the infinite. Let your heart be light. Do not strain, do not beg. The riches of the universe are not achieved through anxiety, but through receptivity. The lily does not toil, yet it is clothed in glory. So too shall you be clothed in abundance when you cease resisting and begin allowing. There may still be old beliefs whispering in your mind, fears of failure, guilt over success, memories of scarcity. Bless them and let them go. They are shadows from a past that no longer exists. You are reborn in consciousness this very moment. Say silently, "I forgive all limitation. I now accept the fullness of life." As you drift to sleep tonight, repeat gently, "The infinite intelligence within me guides me, prospers me, and blesses me. I am divinely supplied at all times and in all ways." Let those words sink into the depths of your mind, and the next morning you will find yourself inspired to right action, drawn to the people and opportunities that fulfill your prayer. Remember this great truth: the universe always answers the image you hold of yourself. If you see yourself as poor, you send forth a vibration of want, and the law reproduces it faithfully. But if you see yourself as radiant, prosperous, and guided by the divine power within, that image becomes flesh. You cannot escape the law of mind. It is no respecter of persons, only of belief. Therefore, watch the thoughts that you entertain about money, about success, about others who have succeeded. If you envy the rich, you block your own flow. If you bless them, you join their vibration. Say often, "I rejoice in the success and prosperity of others. I am one with all good." Each time you speak it, you dissolve jealousy and invite abundance. Now, let us speak of fear, the great thief of fortune. Fear is faith inverted. It is belief in evil instead of good, in lack instead of supply. Whenever you catch yourself saying, "What if I lose?" or "What if it doesn't work?" replace it instantly with, "Infinite intelligence governs all my affairs in perfect order. Only right action and divine increase can come to me." A fear cannot stand in the presence of faith. It vanishes like mist before the morning sun. There was once a widow who came to me burdened with debt. She said, "Dr. Murphy, I have no income, no relatives, and I am afraid." I said, "Begin tonight to declare to God is my instant, constant, and abundant supply. I give thanks for His riches flowing to me now." She did this with quiet conviction every night before sleep. Within weeks, an old friend contacted her, offering partnership in a small business. That business prospered beyond expectation, and her fear turned to gratitude. What happened? She changed the movie playing upon the screen of her mind, and because the world is but a mirror, it had to reflect a new scene. You are never fighting outer conditions. You are dealing only with your inner image of them. Change that image, and conditions will rearrange themselves as surely as dawn follows night. The way to lasting wealth is not by frantic effort, but by inner alignment. Many toil endlessly, pushing against life, and wonder why success eludes them. They have forgotten the first law rests in the knowing that the infinite works through you. Do not say, "I must make money." Say rather, "The infinite mind expresses abundance through me now." Then move forward in joy, and the very ideas you need will be whispered into your awareness. An introduction here, a plan there, a new path suddenly illuminated. I have seen this law act thousands of times. I have watched men on the brink of ruin awaken to one inspired thought that saved their fortunes. That thought did not come from worry. It came when they stilled the mind and listened. So tonight, be still and know that the God within you is your unfailing partner. Wealth is more than money. It is peace, health, creative expression, love. If you seek only gold, you may gain it and yet be poor in spirit. But if you seek harmony with the source, all forms of wealth will accompany it naturally. Say to yourself each day, I am rich in divine ideas, rich in love, rich in peace, rich in joy, rich in all good things. Let that richness fill your heart until you feel its rhythm pulsing through your body. And remember to give thanks. Gratitude is the open door through which the treasures of heaven flow. Every time you say, "Thank you, Father," you are acknowledging that your prayer is already answered. Gratitude turns on the current of supply. Complaint shuts it off. If ever discouragement visits you, lift your eyes and bless the infinite for the breath in your lungs, the ground beneath your feet, the mind that can think, imagine, and create. These are signs that the source has not forgotten you. It lives in you. You may wonder, how long must I practice before results appear? My answer is, as long as it takes for you to know within that it is already done. The instant you truly feel it, the outer manifestation begins. Sometimes it appears quickly, sometimes slowly, but the law never fails. Think of wealth as a river. You do not command the river to flow, you simply open your channel to it. You remove the stones of doubt and the weeds of fear, and the current rushes in of itself. One man told me, I keep affirming, yet nothing happens. I asked, do you expect results? He said, not really. And there was the key. Expectancy is faith in action. As you sow, so shall you reap. Expect abundance, and abundance will answer. Expect delay, and delay will come. Therefore, cultivate joyous expectancy. Each morning rise and say, today the tide of divine prosperity rises for me. I move in harmony with infinite intelligence, and every step I take is blessed. Carry that feeling through the day, and watch the small miracles that begin to unfold. If you make a sale, give thanks. If someone blesses you, give thanks. If an idea comes, give thanks. In this atmosphere of thanksgiving, you become magnetic to greater good. Now, as we come toward the close of this meditation, I would have you see yourself standing upon the shore of the ocean of life. The sun of divine intelligence rises over the horizon, and its golden rays touch the waters with light. Hear within you the quiet voice saying, all that the Father hath is thine. You step into that ocean, not of water, but of living abundance, and it embraces you. You feel it rushing through every cell of your being. You know that you can never lack again, for you are one with the source. You are the inlet and the outlet of the infinite. Say softly within, I am the heir of all good. Infinite riches are flowing to me freely, joyously, endlessly. I give freely, and it returns multiplied. I am at peace. Hold that feeling. Let it saturate your consciousness until every thought of limitation dissolves. This is the secret prayer of prosperity, not words, but awareness of union with the infinite. From this day forth, refuse to speak of shortage. Refuse to identify with want. Walk in the light of abundance. Bless your work, bless your companions, bless the money in your hand, and it will increase. And remember always, the master key to wealth is within you. It was never hidden in distant vaults or guarded by others. It is the understanding that your thought, joined with faith, opens every door. So tonight, as you lay your head upon the pillow, whisper once more, thank you, infinite intelligence, for your riches now flowing into my life. Thank you for divine guidance in all my affairs. Thank you for the joy of being your perfect instrument of abundance. Then let sleep carry that seed deep into the garden of your subconscious. Tomorrow you shall awaken renewed, inspired, prosperous. Go forth, my friends, in the power of your divine mind. Let prosperity be your natural state. Let love and joy be your companions on the path of plenty. And wherever you go, carry this truth in your heart. You are the child of the infinite, heir to boundless riches, forever supplied, forever blessed. Peace be unto you, and may the river of abundance flow through your life now and always. Now that you have awakened to the great truth of your divine inheritance, I invite you to step even deeper into the mystery of abundance. The more you understand this law, the more you will see that wealth is not a destination, it is a vibration, an ever-expanding current of life itself. When you truly grasp that all supply is spiritual, you will never again fear for tomorrow. The bank of heaven never closes. The treasure house of the infinite cannot be exhausted. Every sunrise declares, there is more life, more light, more power, more good. The key to this endless increase is giving. For as you give, you prove that you trust the source. You declare silently, there is enough and to spare. And that declaration becomes a magnet, drawing still greater supply. I once knew a man who lost his fortune through a business collapse. He came to me discouraged and bitter. I said, begin today to give something each week, even a coin, to bless others. Do it not from fear, but from faith that God is your source. He began to do so joyfully. Within months, unexpected opportunities restored all that he had lost, and more. He said to me, "I learned that when I opened my hands, heaven opened its gates. You see, wealth is not gathered, it is released. It flows through you, not to you. You are a channel, not a container. When you block the flow with selfishness or fear, you dam the river. When you open with love, the current becomes unstoppable. Say within yourself, divine substance flows through me as abundance to all. I am a giver of good. I am a distributor of the riches of God. Let this thought become a habit, for it transforms your very aura. Now, remember, money is only one form of wealth. The deeper riches are peace of mind, radiant health, harmonious relationships, and joy in your work. True prosperity is the balanced expression of all these. If you have riches but lack peace, you are poor indeed. If you have peace and purpose, you are already rich beyond measure. Therefore, do not chase money, attract harmony. When your mind is right, money follows as naturally as the tide follows the moon. Every night before sleep, cleanse your mind of all resentment, all irritation. Say gently, I release all who have hurt me. I am free and they are free. Divine love fills me and heals me. In this state of forgiveness, you align with the vibration of infinite abundance, for the universe cannot pour its treasures into a heart full of bitterness. Forgiveness is the purifier of the subconscious. It removes the hidden stones that block the river of good. Many who came to me seeking prosperity found their fortune appeared only after they forgave someone long held in their heart. I remember a woman who came burdened with failure. She said, Destra, Murphy, I affirm wealth, but nothing changes. I asked, whom have you not forgiven? She wept and told me of a former partner who had wronged her years before. I said, bless him. Forgive him. See him prospered and happy. She did so, though at first her heart rebelled. But as she persisted, a great calm entered her. Within weeks, a new business contact appeared, and she prospered as never before. You cannot hold resentment in one hand and expect riches in the other. The law demands harmony. Now, my friends, understand that your mind is the workshop of creation. Every day you are shaping substance into form through thought and feeling. The world you see is your mind objectified. If you wish to change conditions, change your inner picture. In the quiet of the morning, before the world stirs, close your eyes and speak with the infinite within. Spirit of opulence, live through me today. Guide my thoughts, my words, my deeds. Prosper all who come into contact with me. Then go forth with faith. As you walk, as you work, feel that invisible presence surrounding you like a golden aura. Wherever you go, say silently, I bring the riches of heaven with me. You will notice people respond differently. Doors open, ideas flash into your mind. Circumstances bend to your vision. This is not imagination, it is law. The outer is servant to the inner. Do not say, I will believe when I see. Say rather, I will see when I believe. Your belief precedes the evidence. The world is your mirror, not your master. Let me share another truth. Wealth is joy in expression. The happiest people I know are those who see their work as a form of giving, a way of serving the divine plan. When your work becomes love made visible, prosperity follows without strain. One young man said to me, I dislike my job, but I must keep it. I told him, change your attitude, and your job will change. Bless your work. Give thanks for the opportunity to express the divine. He began to do so, whispering during the day, God works through me in perfect order. Within months, he was promoted to a position he loved with doubled income. The secret is to pour love into all you do. The universe responds to love like metal to a magnet. Now, I say to you, cultivate quiet joy. Many chase wealth feverishly and lose health, friendship, and serenity in the chase. But when you are joyful, you are in tune with the source, and all things flow. Joy is strength. Joy is magnetism. Each morning say, I radiate joy, and joy returns to me multiplied. Do not wait for outer reasons to rejoice. Rejoice because life is, because you are breathing the breath of God, because infinite intelligence is your companion. In this vibration of gratitude and gladness, the gates of supply swing wide. And should obstacles appear, remember, they are not punishment, but preparation. The seed must push against the soil before it breaks into the sunlight. So too, every delay conceals a divine adjustment working in your favor. Say, this too is good. This too shall pass, and greater good shall follow. Or your attitude determines your altitude. Rise above appearances, dwell in the consciousness of the infinite.